it was back and forth. I'm sure you expected that against these guys. What do you think kind of ultimately swung it in their favor tonight?
What swung in their favor? That's a good question. I mean, it was back and forth. I mean, they punched, we punched. I mean, it's a typical game we play against them, and many more to come. So, what swung in their favor? They executed and got to one more hit in the 10th. Eventually, that's what eventually got it.
What do you think of Pivetta tonight?
He just battled his tail off. He's competing his butt off, and had that chance to uncover all of it exactly. Because a lot of things took place, but more or less, they put some good at bats on him. We put good at bats on May. They put good at bats on him, and biggest difference was, at least for some of it, was his ability to get the extra inning. May, but Pivetta battled and got through to finish the fourth, and hang on there with that lead, 6-5. But at that point, 93 pitches, his day's over.
Well, it wasn't the cleanest game. I'm wondering just kind of your perspective on a couple of the plays. The fly ball, or I guess the one that was that just in the gloaming and wasn't
more of a twilight situation. You're going to get twilights in about every night game. There's going to be a setting, and some nights are different, the setting than others, and he didn't see it off the bat immediately and communicated it, but nobody could get out there to take it.
Then the bouncer back to Morehill, and then obviously his ability to get out of the inning after that. What did you kind of see from that whole sequence there?
I thought he was super clean, got his guys, and then the comebacker, he just didn't get his feet set and make an accurate throw, but I appreciated the way he regrouped and got Freddie.
Was there, I think Suarez 10 pitches in the ninth, was there any consideration, or was he going to be down after one inning?
Yeah, it was consideration. I mean, it's really tempting. The first couple guys are, we prefer to have righties on. Actually, Baez is a little more neutral. Tommy's the guy we want the righty on. Kiki's in there. He's a little more neutral too. But that's the back end of 3 out of 4, and 10 pitches, and he's carried the mail for us. And a lot of guys are carrying the mail. We're trying to, we're not trying, we're doing it. We're piecing it together and competing at the same time. But we're going to need some depth out of some starters.
Have you seen the replay yet on the strike three call to Manny?
The ball 4 call?
Or that?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it was off the plate. Mike does a good job. It's a really good crew. I'm not gonna listen. We had a lot of other opportunities to do things in that game, and clearly Manny's locked in, and that's a big at bat. Takes a big at bat. It's seeing the ball really well. It took a pitch that was off the plate, and could have changed the complexity of the game. With Jackson coming up hitting the double, who knows if he still does it, but we still like our chances with it. But again, they're human, and it's a good crew, and Mike's a good umpire, so I'm not going to sit here and to AJ's point, there's things we could have done that could have been better. So we take care of our own house.
What did you see on the ball that Lockwood was trying to run down in the last inning?
Looks like he just came in, and it looked like he backspun a little bit and carried on him, and whether he makes the play immediately, it's hard to say because the ball was hit on a line and did backspin and carry, but just carried more than I think he anticipated off the bat.